Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another movie review. This one's going to be for the movie Chrysalis. I believe is how you say it, Chrysalis. Yeah, and it's an independent movie. It's an indie sci-fi horror movie. So yeah, basically I went to a sci-fi film festival recently. Basically most of the stuff I saw there were short films. But there were actually a few couple films, like full-length films, and I'm gonna get those reviews out of the way first. Um, so yeah, now I do want to review the short films. Now, how exactly am I gonna review all of them? Cause let me, cause I actually have cause I have 44 short films to do. So I don't know. I mean, some of them are interesting, so I may just review the interesting ones. But honestly, I do want to give my thoughts on every single one of them. So I don't know how exactly I'm going to be reviewing 44 short films. Maybe span it out within 2 months. I mean, yeah, I mean, because I know some of them are online, so I can rewatch them. Uh, so yeah. But aside from the point, this is going to be a movie review from for Chrysalis, a horror sci-fi drama, movie. So yeah, it's an independent movie. It came out last year. Or supposedly it came out last year, on April 2014. So yeah. So yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning on the actual movie review. For those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and then come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. Then I will give you a fair warning because as usual I did. So yeah, Chrysalis, what's it about? As usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the dislikes rate. So yeah, basically have these two survivors in this. It's a in a sense it is a zombie apocalypse world in a sense. It kind of takes inspiration from 28 Days Later, Zombieland, and the French film La Horde, which I've reviewed on my channel too. So it kind of takes inspiration from like Zombieland, 28 Days Later, La Horde, The Walking Dead. It kind of takes inspiration from all these different zombie genres, and you could tell because they kind of do pay homage a bit to each one of them. It is a foreign film. I believe they said it was from Norway. I believe so, or something like that, or it was or the actors were Norwegian or something like that, something associated with Norway. It was an English. The language, the language the people spoke in was English, but I do remember them saying that it had some kind of affiliations with Norway. But aside from the point, what was I going this? So I mean, does have that foreign aspect of it, just like the Horde. So it does pay homage to a lot of these other zombie movies and TV shows. So yeah, I mean the survival aspect of it, with Joshua and Penelope, the two main characters, and then you also have the other main character, which is called Abira. Um, so yeah, I mean, I forgot. Yeah, before I forget this, the cast is Sarah Gorski, Cole Simon, and Tanya Di McBride. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, you have Ibira, and she kind of she has her own group, which seems to be a lot of people, at least 50 people up north, and basically the other two characters, Joshua and Penelope, are trying to trust her. They don't know if they should trust her. And at the end, it's they're trying to survive. Against like every single zombie apocalypse film, it's just survival to the fittest. Survival and see what happens. And yeah, to me, honestly, the most interesting character was Penelope, because it seems because the zombie apocalypse by this time has been for 25 years, and from what I know, that's the longest span for a zombie apocalypse to have gone in a movie for 25 years. Um, Next up will probably be the Walking Dead comic books at about 5 years. Um, so yeah, basically you have the characters are 25 years, and basically the characters have been in this apocalypse for 25 years, and you kind of think that Penelope, she was maybe a teenager when it all started, and Joshua, they're probably both teenagers. This kind of seems like Penelope, she didn't have that much of a good education when it all started, because she can't do basic stuff like reading, for example, and Joshua really does help her. I believe they were a couple or something, I don't really know, It's not really explained, and that's one of my negatives, that some of the things aren't really explained throughout the film. There's some things that aren't really explained or really cleared up. But overall, it actually is a pretty good film. Despite the homages and despite there are a few cliches, it actually is a pretty fun film. The cinematography, it looks pretty great. The settings, everything looks dilapidated, kind of like the road, which is another thing I'm gonna point out. It does, because the road is a dystopian, um, apocalyptic society, and the settings kind of look like that of the road, and I thought that was pretty interesting. So yeah, I mean, overall, it's a pretty interesting film. It does have its quirks. It be having cliches and maybe paying a bit too much of homage to other zombie and apocalyptic movies and TV shows. Again, Walking Dead, The Road, 28 Days Later, La Horde, and Zombieland, to be more specific. But overall, it's pretty fun. Great write, and for the most part, the writing was great, and the acting was actually pretty great. And overall, I did like you do care for the characters, um, and yeah. And I'm not gonna ruin what happens at the end, but overall, it's pretty good. And I also do like the story arc, or not the story. It's not really a story arc, but I do like the fact that apparently Penelope can't get pregnant, which is actually a huge part of the film. It may not sound like a huge part, but actually is a huge part that she can't get pregnant. So, yeah. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give it an 8 out of 10. It's a pretty great film. Do check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, that's basically it for this review. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So definitely do stay tuned for that. Aside from that, like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. Subscribe, comment down below, and that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.